Hello there, you're tuned into 7Edition. I'm Anand Watanasin and these are your headlines. Sungai Semuanya water treatment plant resumes operations. Parents warned of dubious traders raising prices during back-to-school sales. And Saudi sends 5 men to the gallows over Khashoggi's merger. The Sungai Semuanya water treatment plant has resumed operations at 1 p.m. today after it was shut down due to the odour pollution on Saturday. The Bukit Tampoi water treatment plant downriver, however, has not yet resumed operations. In a statement, Air Selangor Sendirian Berhad Corporate Communications Chief Abdul Halim Matsom said the treatment process at the Bukit Tampoi plant will take some time before supply is stable enough to be distributed to consumers. As for the Sungai Semuanya plant, Lembaga Urus Air Selangor is currently taking proactive steps to pump water from Tasik Idaman into Sungai Semuanya for stabilisation purposes. This is to ensure the odour pollution reading does not spike up. The Sungai Semuanya water treatment plant was forced to shut down completely on December 21st due to the odour pollution caused by irresponsible people disposing illegal waste with solvent odours at the inlet around the Indah Water Consortium's plant in Bandar Mahkota, Cheras. Following the closure, almost 337,000 consumer accounts in Petaling, Hulu Langat, Kuala Langat and Sepang were affected. Air Selangor will continue to provide 24-hour daily emergency water supply assistance at local service centres with tanker trucks dispatched to affected areas more frequently. It also distributed nearly 7,000 water bottles to the affected areas, particularly those living in high-rise residences. Meanwhile, the Selangor Menteri Besar has revealed that this was the second time chemicals had been dumped down the same Indah Water Consortium IWK manhole in Bukit Mahkota, Cheras. That also caused a similar water disruption last September. Datuk Seri Amiruddin Shari said before the state government could put into place a new standard operating procedure, another dumping incident happened again. He also explained that the IWK plant in Bukit Mahkota could not be shut off in time last Saturday to stop the chemicals flowing into the Semuanya River.
Ia berlaku di manhole IWK dan masuk ke loji rawatan IWK. Malangnya di loji rawatan IWK, orang yang bekerja di sana ialah daripada jam 8 hingga 5 petang. Tetapi loji rawatan IWK itu merupakan satu loji rawatan automatik, ya, di mana 4 jam atau 5 jam sekali mereka akan melepaskan air ke sungai.
IWK has now shut down the operations of their sewage plant in Bukit Mahkota during the clean-up process. Datuk Seri Amiruddin says stern action will be taken against the culprit once they are identified, and additional steps have been taken to make the manholes in the area less accessible. At the press conference, the IGP also commented on the statutory declaration made by former policeman Azila Hadri, alleging that he was ordered by Datuk Seri Najib Razak to kill Mongolian model Altan Tuya Sheribu. Tan Sri Abdul Hamid said police have listed down the names of dozens of people to be called up to record their statements.
Beberapa orang saksi individu telah pun disenaraikan untuk dipanggil, diambil kenyataannya. Ya. Dan of course pihak polis akan menunggu apa juga arahan-arahan spesifik yang mungkin ada daripada Jabatan Peguam Negara.
Azila, who is on death row at Kajang Prison, reportedly claimed in his statutory declaration that Datuk Seri Najib gave the order to kill Altan Tuya. The former Chief Inspector said Datuk Seri Najib, who was Deputy Prime Minister and also Defence Minister at the time in 2006, met him and ordered him to shoot to kill Altan Tuya as she was a dangerous foreign spy. Meanwhile, Tan Sri Abdul Hamid said the polygraph test conducted on Muhammad Yusuf Rother cannot be used as evidence in court. He stressed that the test is to assist the investigations into his claims of being sexually assaulted by Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim.
Jadi kalau kita dapati bahawa dia bercakap benar mengikut ujian tu tadi, kita gandakan lagi usaha kita. Aspek mana yang lemah yang kita tak ada bukti ni tadi. Pasal kita percaya dia cakap betul. Tetapi bukti yang setakat yang ada ni tak ada. Tapi kita akan deliberate lagi dan kita akan cari angle mana, bukti yang sebelah mana yang kita perlu berusaha lebih gigih untuk dapatkan.
Last week, Yusof underwent a polygraph test at Bukit Aman after police recorded his statement on December 9th and 10th. He filed a statutory declaration in November before lodging a police report on December 7th. The allegation has been denied by Datuk Sri Anwar, who said he was campaigning in the Port Dickson by-election on that day. The Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry is closely monitoring the back-to-school programs to ensure parents are not cheated by dubious traders. 98 notices have been issued for various offences, including raising prices and selling fake goods. Speaking to reporters after conducting an inspection on the back-to-school program at a supermarket in Kuala Lumpur today, Enforcement Director Dato' Iskandar Halim Sulaiman said to date 110 premises selling school uniforms and stationery nationwide were inspected since December 18th.
Pastikan bahawa tidak ada peniaga yang mengambil kesempatan di musim ibu bapa membeli barangan sekolah pada ketika ini untuk buat persiapan masuk sekolah pada tahun 2020. So antara lainnya untuk kita memastikan bahawa ibu bapa mendapat harga yang betul-betul berpatutan, tidak ditipu dan sebagainya lah. Kemudian kita juga memastikan bahawa material ataupun jenama yang digunakan itu betul-betul yang genuine dan bukan yang tiruan.
He added that the affected premises were given 5 days to further explain the prices of school supplies sold during the program. Sabah recorded the highest number of notices issued with 18, followed by Pahang with 14, Selangor 12 and Terengganu 11. The monitoring exercise will continue until January 3rd. The 15th witness in the murder trial of former Cradle Fund CEO Nazrin Hassan told the court he has yet to come across a case where a BlackBerry exploded and caused a fire. Selangor Fire and Rescue Department Investigating Officer Abdul Halim Zulkifli said he did his research into it online and came to the same conclusion. Abdul Halim testified that before leaving the scene of the fire, he had asked the victim's widow, Samira Muzaffar, about the victim's handphone and was told he had a BlackBerry. He said that the BlackBerry was in good physical condition and there were no signs of explosion except for burn marks on the exterior. Samira, two teenagers aged 17 and 14, and an Indonesian woman, Eka Wahyu Lestari, who is still at large, have been charged with murder. The trial continues tomorrow. More unexploded World War II era bombs were discovered in the Ipoh cargo terminal's inland port area this morning, sending shockwaves among maintenance workers. They stumbled upon the old bombs while digging soil at about 8:30 a.m. The discovery is the second in a week. Last Friday, 8 unexploded bombs were found in the same area and were detonated at a quarry in Lahat. This time, at least 20 were found, leading police to believe the area could have once been the Japanese Army's ordnance storage facility during the Second World War.
Itulah berbaris tu. Dia tahu orang lain tak ini.
Coming up after the break, man's unhygienic act goes viral. Details next. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. More than 100 squatter homes on government land in Pasir Bedengong Beach area in Langkawi were demolished to make way for the Chenang 2 development project, expected to begin next year. Kedah Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Mukris Tun Dr. Mahathir said plans for the project had been made since the previous government and that the squatter homes would have to be demolished to proceed with it. He also said most of the houses built there were commercial buildings like homestays and chalets.
ianya akan membuka peluang pekerjaan bagi begitu ramai sekali warga Langkawi kita yang akan dapat mengisi peluang-peluang pekerjaan. Ianya akan merancangkan ekonomi, tempias ekonominya besar. Ianya adalah untuk kepentingan umum. Dan pelaksanaannya akan berlangsung insya-Allah tahun depan. Jadi kita bukannya sengaja nak menguburkan dan tinggalkan tanah itu terbiar 10-20 tahun. Tidak, kita sudah nak pecah tanah tempat. Jadi atas keadaan itu maka kerajaan berkeputusan untuk menguatkuasakan undang-undang dengan merubuhkan bangunan-bangunan yang telah dibina di tempat tersebut.
Over the past few days, the demolition of the homes has been trending on social media with claims, amongst others, that the Pakatan Harapan government does not care about the fate of the residents. According to Datuk Seri Mukriz, the affected residents would be given some compensation based on the situation. And moving on to the foreign front, authorities announced Monday 3 university students were found dead in a cave in Indonesia after they were trapped inside by floodwaters. A search and rescue operation launched on Sunday retrieved 5 people alive from Lele Cave in West Java after heavy rain pounded the area and flooded it. The students, who were part of a university nature club, went there to train in basic caving. Authorities said the victims were trapped inside the cave for a while before the rescue team managed to evacuate them. After an hour, the rescue team managed to make it into the cave, which is 30 meters below ground level. Initially, only 5 students were inside the cave, including the victims. Later, another 3 people came to rescue, but all of them were trapped and only 5 managed to survive. A senior member of the club who helped with the evacuation said the weather was normal when the students entered the cave, but an unexpected heavy downpour hit the area. The rainy season started in late November, and several regions in Indonesia, including West Java, have been hit by bad weather and storms in the past 2 weeks. Now, over a year since Jamal Khashoggi's murder, Saudi Arabia promised a full investigation into the killing and announced Monday afternoon its initial findings. The public prosecutor said that it has sentenced 5 men to death over the journalist's murder, while 3 others have been sentenced to 24 years in prison. The public prosecutor said that 2 prominent Saudi officials, former Deputy Intelligence Chief Ahmad al-Asiri and former high-profile royal advisor Saud al-Qahtani, have not been charged and are released. The murder of the Washington Post columnist triggered one of Saudi Arabia's biggest diplomatic crises. Khashoggi was a US resident and critic of Saudi Crown Prince, Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The CIA concluded that Prince Mohammed ordered Khashoggi's assassination, though the Crown Prince denies involvement. He was last seen at the Saudi consulate in Istanbul on October 2, 2018, where he was to receive papers ahead of his wedding. His body was reportedly dismembered and removed from the building, and his remains have not been found. Over the weekend, at least 11 people died and hundreds hospitalized in Manila, the Philippines, after drinking coconut wine from the brand Rey Lambanog, which is believed to contain high levels of methanol. This prompted the company's owner, Fred Rey, to surrender to authorities the same day, where he also promised to shoulder the victims' expenses. On Monday, over 165 of some 309 hospitalized patients were in stable condition and confirmed that they all suffered methanol poisoning. Police officials had said, despite a complaint of negligence resulting in multiple homicide against Rey, he isn't arrested as his distillery's operation is legal. A GMA report quoting the Candelaria police, however, said that Rey Lambanog had no permit from the Food and Drug Administration. The local government has imposed an immediate ban on the sale of the beverage. Now, last year, more than 10 people died from drinking coconut wine, samples of which were found by the government regulator to have high levels of methanol. And now let's hop on to Clickbait, where we take a look at what's trending and making the rounds in the cyber world today. Now, yesterday, a CCTV footage of what seems to be taking place in a family mart went viral, which saw a customer throwing a fit after being told off by the staff for touching the Odin with his bare hands. The clip, which has since been taken down around this afternoon, has raked in over 300,000 views. Have a look. As the popular convenience store chain originated in Japan, Family Mart makes hygiene a high priority. So to casually stroll in from who knows where and touch the food with your bare hands is definitely a no-no. The staff was probably just telling the man off for doing that, but instead of saying sorry, he came right back and made contact with the whole batch of Odin. The poor boy who was with him was probably used to the man's tantrums, as he was seen plugging his ears until the end. Clearly, netizens were not happy with the man's misdemeanor. And now, updated as of 7 p.m, here are the top trending topics and searches on the internet today. Welcome back. A study on the review of the Motor No Claims Discount NCD is currently underway to instill and encourage good driving behaviour and road safety. According to the Finance Ministry, Bank Negara Malaysia, together with the local insurance and takaful industries, it's developing proposals for the next phase of the liberalisation of the motor and fire tariff targeted for the second half of next year. In a statement, the ministry said the review was part of the reforms to enhance the sustainability as well as to preserve the overall stability in the insurance and takaful markets. This multi-stakeholder effort includes a review on the NCD's structure for greater flexibility and responsibility by all parties to encourage safer driving by rewarding good road behaviour. The effort is also aligned with the Transport Ministry's Road Safety Plan 2014 to 2020, with the aim of reducing the number of deaths and serious injuries by 50% by 2020. These changes are flexible for insurers and takaful operators to offer new motor products and add-on covers that were not defined under the previous tariff system. Bank Negara Malaysia has approved a proposal by Bank Pembangunan Malaysia Berhad (BPMB) and Dana Jamin Nasional Berhad to commence negotiations under the first phase of the government's proposed merger involving the country's development financial institutions, DFIs. Negotiations between the bank and Dana Jamin are expected to be completed within 6 months from BNM's approval. The government proposed in Budget 2020 that BPMB, Dana Jamin, Exim Bank and SME Bank should be restructured and merged to strengthen the DFI ecosystem. The merger is expected to lead greater synergies to achieve development outcomes that would benefit all stakeholders, as well as fulfill the needs of the new economy. It will be implemented in 2 phases. The first phase involves the merger of BPMB with Dana Jamin, followed by the merger between Exim Bank and SME Bank into the earlier merged entity.